Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, one and all, wherever you may be. So it's a nice Saturday morning here in London, and thought I'd just do a little Daigle Digest. So last night I went to a wonderful evening with Steve Perryman, took my dad for a Father's Day gift, had a great time with my dad, and was also joined by Iggy from Tottenham Away, Alan from Shelfside Spurs, Ellie the superstar, and of course King Arthur. Wonderful evening. Steve Perry was on great form. It's just so nice to spend evenings with legends telling stories, and boy did he have a few to say. Yeah, and then the other news, obviously it's been a busy week for myself. Been at Tottenham We Are Tottenham TV studios with Simeon. Always loved being in my home for home. Love spending time with those boys. They're incredible. And Ben is about to go on his honeymoon, so have a wicked honeymoon, Ben and Ashley. Looking forward to being there next week. And yeah, we've been dropping a lot of news. And the main one obviously dropped yesterday with Yves Bissouma. What an addition this man is going to be. We've seen what he's done at Brighton. We've seen what he's done against us at Brighton. He is just going to take our midfield up levels, and you look at the choices now. When Conte came, he had Lo Celso, Ndombele, Dele, Brian Hill, Højbjerg, obviously Skip. I'm sure I've said Winks. Don't know if I've left any other midfielders out, but let's just say that was not the greatest of midfield selections. And now you look at it, Winks is, let's say he's on his way out. You also look at Lo Celso on his way out. Ndombele, even if he isn't on his way out, will not be anywhere near the first team squad. And now you change it for a Bentancur that's come in, a Højbjerg, a fit Skip, and now a Yves Bissouma, or Yves Bissouma, however you pronounce his first name. It's just gone up levels. It has gone up levels tenfold. And I think all we need now is just that little bit of creativity. Or a lot of creativity, let's say. And as much as I was against Christian Eriksen, on a free, with the four midfielders we've just mentioned, or I've just mentioned, I think Christian Eriksen is going to complement that. If he comes, he's going to complement that superbly. And like I said yesterday, everyone's been talking about how he could link up with Decky for the first time, and obviously reunite with Son and Kane. I completely forgot until yesterday. He's going to have a Perisic, who he's played with at Inter Milan, bombing forward. Maybe a Jed Spence. There is quality there that Christian Eriksen can utilise and find and do a lot of damage with. A lot of damage. He won't need to do... Listen, we know he clocks up the minutes. We know he puts in the miles. But he's not going to have to do all the tracking back and hard work that a Poch team may have done. He may have been literally be able to play in that free role with a bit of creativity. And it's going to bring a lot if he comes. But Bissouma, Simon and I did a scout report. And the things that he is good at, we did a comparison with all the midfielders in the league. And the things he is good at, he is in like the top 90 percentile. Out of 100%, he's in the 90s for a lot of them. Yes, there are attributes and areas he needs to work on. But look at what Conte does with players. Look how he motivates them. Look how he improves them. It is looking very good in that midfield department. We'll be able to go pound for pound with most midfields in the Premier League, I think, with all that diversity and different styles of play. I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic and formidable midfield. I mean, I remember great midfield partnerships like Wanyama and Dembele and Sandro in recent times. Well, now we're going to have hopefully a quintuplet, if that's what... Whoa, big words from Daigle. A quintuplet of midfield options for Conte to choose from, especially when you look at that fixture list. Especially when you look at 9 games in October in Champions League and Premier League. He's going to need to rotate that squad and keep people fresh. And for once, the competition there for places, my word, is outstanding. But also, if you've seen Bissouma's first little interview, how humble is that man? How honoured is he to be wearing that Spurs badge, that Spurs shirt? You could see it pouring out of him. He is delighted, and what a story he told about obviously being in Africa and having to play without shoes and socks and just kicking a ball around in the road and stuff. What a rise to riches, and I am so excited to see him in a Spurs shirt. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, I'm not going to go too much in on transfers. I want to talk about something that was officially announced yesterday, which is phenomenal for myself, phenomenal for Brian Ireland, and phenomenal for everyone in Canada, and mainly Toronto I'm talking about. I know the other cities that have been named, but Toronto has been officially named as a city to host 2026. I mean, we pretty much knew that would be the case, but to have it official. I lived in this country for Euro 96. Obviously, I was in Canada for Euro 2020, 21, which it ended up being. And I remember the buzz around this place, but always wanted to be in a host city for a World Cup. And now, come 2026, I will have that dream come true. I will have the honour of living in the greatest city in the world and hosting it. And it hosted a World Cup, sorry. The Toronto, I mean, people have heard me speak about how wonderful Toronto is. Brad Matthews has just come. Rez has just booked to come. Then you've got Stell coming out for a weekend. I'm getting to show my great city to people, and it's going to be highlighted. It's just a wonderful city. Great places like the Scotland Yard, the pub on the Esplanade, the world famous home of Toronto Spurs are going to do incredible. The jobs, the opportunity, the redevelopment. Although Toronto is a pretty modern city, it's just a wonderful thing to know that it's coming. Yeah, it's a long way. We've got 4 years. But, what should I say, 3.5 years now. 3.5 years. It's just going to be a wonderful moment and a privilege to be in that city. And I pray we get England there. I don't think England will be coming to Toronto, but my God, if England are in Toronto, that will be an even bigger dream come true. Living in a different country, but having your city come to the city you now call home in a World Cup. It's just eye-watering, jaw-dropping. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope you're enjoying the content we are trying to put out. There's going to be a lot more of it coming up. And let me know what you think of Yves Bissouma and Toronto being a host city for a World Cup in 2026. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you put your comments in. If you want me to digest anything, let me know. Have a wonderful weekend. And as always, back Conte.